Today, we're going to dive into the Medicare Premier Plan. Our goal here is pretty simple. We're going to make perfect sense of all its benefits, so you know exactly what you're looking at. Let's get right into it. You know that feeling, right? You get a document packed with numbers, jargon, and fine print, and you just feel totally overwhelmed. If you've ever felt like you're trying to read a different language, trust me, you are not alone. But that's exactly what we're going to fix today. We're going to take that complicated, dense table of benefits and turn it into a clear, easy-to-understand story about your health coverage. So here's our game plan. We'll start by decoding the whole plan, kicking things off with the absolute core, hospitalization. Then we'll get into the benefits for your family, look at care that happens outside the hospital, explore those really standout premier perks, and we'll wrap up with how you get rewarded for staying healthy. First things first, let's talk about the core hospitalization cover. This is really the foundation of any health plan, right? It's that fundamental safety net you expect to be there when you need it most. So we're going to start right at the source, the actual benefit table. I know, it's a lot to take in at once, so let's just zero in on three key lines here: inpatient treatment, pre-hospitalization, and post-hospitalization. These three really form the backbone of your coverage. Let's actually visualize this as a patient's journey. So the plan covers your expenses for up to a full 60 days before you even check into the hospital. Then, of course, your actual inpatient treatment is covered. But here's the really great part. Your follow-up care, things like checkups and tests, is covered for a super generous 200 days after you get discharged. Now, here's a term you absolutely need to know: sum insured. It's pretty simple. It's just the maximum amount the insurance company will pay out in a policy year. But what's really comprehensive here is that this limit doesn't just cover overnight stays. It also applies to things like daycare procedures, any costs related to being an organ donor, and even what's called domiciliary treatment, which is just medical care you get at home. All right, next up, let's see how the plan takes care of your family. Now we're looking at benefits designed for some of life's biggest and most important moments, from welcoming a new baby to making sure they're healthy and safe. The maternity cover here has a really thoughtful feature. The standard coverage for childbirth is up to 1 lakh rupees. But, and this is pretty unique, if you have a baby girl, that benefit actually increases to 1,20,000 rupees. It's a wonderful, supportive touch that gives a little extra financial help at such a special time. And that support keeps going right through the child's first year. Vaccinations are covered, and you see that same enhanced benefit for a girl child there, too. If your little one has to be hospitalized, there's a daily cash benefit to help with all those extra costs. And for more serious situations, any pediatric surgery is covered all the way up to your full sum insured. You know, our health isn't just about those big, major hospital events. So this next section is all about how the plan supports your day-to-day health needs. All those doctor visits and treatments that happen outside of a hospital. This chart makes it super clear how your outpatient department, or OPD, coverage works. It's simple. The higher your total sum insured is, the more coverage you get for everyday things, like doctor's visits and prescriptions. So with a 100 lakh plan, you get up to $10,000, and that bumps up to $20,000 for a 300 lakh plan. And it's not just about OPD. The plan really encourages you to stay on top of your health. You get a pretty significant amount for annual health checkups. It also covers critical home care treatments like dialysis and chemotherapy, which is a massive relief for so many families. And importantly, it also recognizes alternative treatments under AIG, covering them right up to the full sum insured. Okay, so what is it that puts the Premier in Medicare Premier? This section is all about those high-value, powerhouse features that really set this plan apart and give you that extra layer of security. Just look at that number, 5 lakh rupees. You know what that's for? That's your coverage for an emergency air ambulance. In a critical life-or-death situation where literally every second matters, a benefit like this can be the difference maker. This is a dedicated limit just for this life-saving service.
And the peace of mind doesn't stop there. You've got global cover for planned hospital stays outside India. There's a substantial accidental death benefit, providing a 50 lakh rupee lump sum to your family. And then there's the restore benefit, which is fantastic. If you have a bad year and use up your entire sum insured, this feature basically hits the reset button and restores it, so you're never left unprotected.
And finally, let's look at how this plan does something really smart. It doesn't just protect you when you're sick, it actively rewards you for staying healthy. This is the cumulative bonus, and it's brilliant. It's so simple. For every single year that you don't make a claim, your sum insured gets a massive 50% boost. It's an incredible incentive to stay well. Now, if you do need to make a claim, the bonus you built up will reduce by half the next year, but you don't lose it all, which is great. The plan also hooks you up with a whole wellness program. This gives you unlimited telechats with doctors, special programs to help manage health conditions or your weight, and you even get redeemable vouchers for different health services. It's really like a whole toolkit for managing your health proactively. So, when you pull it all together, what do we got? Well, Medicare Premier is really designed to be a complete 360-degree shield. It's got your back in a major emergency, it supports your family as it grows, helps with the day-to-day stuff, and even rewards you for staying well. It is truly built for total peace of mind. And that kind of leaves us with one final thought. We've just broken down all the numbers and the benefits, but as you think about what you and your family need, it really makes you ask, doesn't it? When it's about your health, about your well-being, how do you even begin to measure its true value?